Who cares? Well, maybe you should. Why do you think us drivers end up with all the rules and regulations that we have? Because drivers just don't care. Now, I bet you if Miss Lawyer Lady here decides to put or make cameras in every single truck mandatory and drivers inward facing cameras mandatory, you would care, wouldn't you? I know it's not fully developed. It hasn't turned into cauliflower yet up here. And the brain stem stops right around the medulla oblongata. But maybe, just maybe, you should care. Because now this lawyer is in the position to make all kinds of new rules and regulations and speak to Congress on things that should change in trucking. Oh yeah, she could have so much to do with your future. But who cares? Yeah, boy, nobody cared when they talked about ELDs. They talked a lot on the radio and they talked a lot on social media, but nobody cared. Very few wrote Congress, just like when they were changing the hours of service. I went to a meeting in Kansas City. There wasn't a handful of drivers in there. There was a bunch of corporate heads in there, but there was very few drivers. It's just amazing how drivers don't care, drivers don't speak up, drivers just bury their head in the sand and drive on down the road, and whatever happens, happens. But most of the time, we know. Who cares? Oh, and to the ding-dong that says I don't know anything about trucking, you're absolutely right. Like I said, I'm just a survivor. I've been out here for almost 32 years now, and I'm just a survivor. I don't know anything about trucking. I just hold that wheel and push the pedal. And now I don't even have to shift anymore. It's awesome. It's like driving a school bus with a trailer on it. Oh, and I know, well, if they do that, that's the last straw. I'm getting out of trucking. Well, apparently the ELD was the last straw for everybody before, and yet we still have too many drivers and not enough freight. So save me the hyperbole. You're not going anywhere. You're going to stay right here in the good old trucking industry with that camera facing you and watching you. And every move you make, there's that little box on your head in that video that Double T made. So it just follows you around the cab all day long, everything you do. Yeah, you're not going anywhere.